You believe in God though?
Yes, you do that, yeah.
I do now.
Yeah, okay. Alhamdulillah. So
He's on a journey.
so you believe in God, but you don't believe that you don't have a religion basically.
No, I don't. I denounced my faith when I was 17.
Uh,
I went to a Catholic school. I was brought up as a Catholic.
Yeah.
And then I denounced my faith when I was around 17.
You denounce what? Christianity?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Because at that point I thought there was no point believing in something which it didn't make sense.
That's true. That's true. God doesn't go in line. Yeah.
Plus, because it didn't make sense and I didn't have no explanations. And at that time, especially with our generation,
Yeah.
the generation now and just behind me, they were able to speak their mind and so forth, whatever. Teachers wouldn't get into trouble like when we were in school and so forth. They'll say, no, you need to go out. And now, many times, I got kicked out of the classroom because I says, well, the way you're portraying Jesus is schizophrenic. So
that's true, bipolar.
So I got kicked out of the classroom for that.
Okay.
And I wasn't allowed to take my exam.
Okay, because were you going to a Catholic school or?
I went to a Catholic school.
Okay, that's why.
Because I didn't believe in the Trinity.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense.
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to take it.
Okay,
So
serious.
I was classed as a hypocrite. I was classed as this. I was classed
Just because you're asking a
troublemaker.
question.
You're asking
They couldn't
questions.
answer.
Ask the question.
They couldn't
Yeah.
answer.
The teachers couldn't get away with that now. They would have to answer that.
Yeah.
They'd have to answer that. Then
Yeah.
that's
Now,
room
of
for
course.
debate.
Okay, of course.
But
Before, yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I mean,
How long ago? How long?
I'm 47 now. So
37.
47.
You're 47.
Yeah. So
After we have to write down what he has to give us advice, bro. We're gonna give you spiritual food. You give us physical food. All right, we have to exchange here.
You could ask him which passport now.
You're
that's all it is.
no, I think 29, 32. How old are you? How old are you, bro?
Shamsi, you're my brother.
How old are you?
We stay mates.
47.
Yeah, we stay
Bro, where
mates.
you coming from? Is it that? Is it your son?
That's his son there. That's his son.
MashaAllah, man. MashaAllah. That's good, man. Look after yourself, man. That's good.
Alhamdulillah,
Trust me,
you
man.
gotta be done.
Some people, brother, are 19, you think he's 65. No, he's 19 years old. He looks 65, bro.
I've seen a few.
You know what I'm saying? It's good. Take care of yourself, yeah? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely, man.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking he's telling me back then they were able to do it, but now, what's the guy's story back then?
How far back then?
How far back? Is it early 2000, 2097? Oh, yeah. Respect that, man.
Long time ago.
That's good, that's good. Yeah, so they were able to do that.
They were able to,
To
like,
stop
now they
you
couldn't
from
get away
exam.
with that. They couldn't
Yeah.
get away with that. But then, kicked out of the classroom, you can't do this and you can't believe that. And whatever. Well, why can't I believe that? It doesn't make sense. I just want the truth. I don't mean to disrespect.
To disrespect,
I
yeah.
just want to know the truth.
Question, yeah.
The truth.
That's
So,
why you know, people always ask. There's too many religions out there. How can we differentiate which one is the truth? Okay. What we know that the Most Wise, the Most High, will not create us without giving us a clear distinction between the truth and the falsehood. And that's why the Creator gave us what tools within us that we are able to utilize, regardless of our background, Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism. You have those tools, which is the natural inclinations and the sound reasoning and the perceptions. You know, for example, when you say, for example, let's talk about Christianity, because when I was speaking to yesterday, I was outside Shemebu station giving Dawah, preaching, and the guy, he was around this young boy Christian, he was around 16, 17, and I said, look. He said, look, I'm not a Christian scholar, so I cannot answer you. I said, look, what I'm talking about here, you don't have to be a Christian scholar. What you have to have, you have to have a brain. If Jesus is God, and God is the Most High, and God knows everything all the time, by definition, if Jesus is God, he must be the all-knowing. You cannot tell me God knows everything all the time, at the same time Jesus is God, but he doesn't know the hour. That doesn't make any sense. You don't have to have a PhD from Oxford University or Harvard University to understand that doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying, bro? Likewise, you don't have to have qualification from any college or university to know the Most High doesn't become a baby, someone changes nappy. Doesn't make any sense, bro. You understand? Like, anyone can step back, think, oh, you know what? God gave me intellect. That's why in the Quran, Allah always say, don't you reflect? Don't you use your brain? Don't you use your intellect? because it's a blessing, the intellect, you know. So utilize it. That's what Allah always, in the Quran I'm talking about, yeah? When Allah wants to establish His Lordship, that He's the true Lord, He's the Creator, He's the Most High. What He does, Allah uses the intellectual facts. For example, Allah said, I will recite in Arabic, then translate the meaning. Allah said, إِنَّ فِي خَلْقِ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَاخْتِلَافِ اللَّيْلِ وَالنَّهَارِ لَآيَاتٍ لِأُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ. Within the creations of the heavens and the earth, and the changing, the alteration of day and night, it is a signs for people understanding. It's true, when you reflect upon the creation, everything is connected. You know what I'm saying? Like just reflect upon our own creation. I always mention this example, brother, that we have a nose next to our mouth. Why? Before you eat, you smell food. Imagine your nose is next to your toe. Bro, there's a big problem, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to leave, man. You want to kill yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you have eyebrows above our eyes. Why? Because the sweat contains the salt. And if it keeps going to your eye, it will damage it. So protect it. We have a joint in our elbows to utilize them. We have eyes front of our front, not the back, because we walk forward. You know? So everything, even the liquid that we have in our eyes is completely different than the liquid that we have in our ears. The one our ears is special for the ears to protect us from, you know, the flies going in, and other than that, you know. Likewise, the liquid and the water we have in our eyes is special. So you telling me us came by chance? All of this programmed and connected and organized? That's what Allah said. Use your brain. Don't let the people try to control your observation of this creation. Tremendous, beautiful creation. You see what I'm saying, brother? So when we come to that, we know the most wise creator will not create the creation without a purpose. Do you agree with that? Every part of our body has a purpose, you know? So therefore, logic dictates the one who knows our purpose for this life is the one who made us. For example, if I made a phone and I'm the first person to make a phone, no one knows about the phone better than I, because I made it from scratch. So if anyone wants to learn about the phone in detail and understand the purpose behind this phone, has to come to me. It's a logical argument, rational argument. Now, as a Muslims, we say another logical argument to prove that how the Creator told us about how our purpose of this life, by choosing people from our type, not from different creation, to communicate with us, to tell us about our purpose of this life. But again, some people, they're going to claim to be the messenger of the Most High, but they are the biggest liars. So now how can we differentiate between a true chosen messenger of the Creator and between a liar? There is what criteria? I will mention it to you, brother. What's your name? So I'll ask your name. Colossus. My name is Shamsi. I will mention to you Colossus, yeah, and analyze. One of the characteristics, this messenger of the Creator should be known to be trustworthy, truthful, honest. Why? Because if he's a liar, then we have an excuse to reject him. Because you say, hold a minute, you're known to be a liar. Now you're claiming to be the messenger of the Most High, the one who created this tremendous creation. Nah. But if you're known to be trustworthy, truthful, honest, okay, let me listen more. Second one, they come with the same teachings. Jesus, Moses, Abraham, Noah, Jacob, Jeremiah, Daniel, Isaac, all the prophets and messengers of God. There were many of them. Okay? Even though they never met each other while they were preaching upon the earth, they came with the same teaching. What is the teachings? Worship one God, appreciate and show gratitude to your Creator according to His will. Okay? That's the foundation. And believing that there is a death and there's a life after death, and you be accounted according, you be judged according to your actions, good or bad. Okay? This is the foundation. However, they come with different legislation here and there. All right, brother? Now, that's the second one. They come with the same teaching. Third one, they come with the prophecies, prophesying about the future. For example, because logic dictates the one who knows about this creation in detail is the one who made it. You agree with that? Okay. Now, I don't have to speak about Jesus, Moses, you know these names already. Yeah. What I would do, if I establish Prophet Muhammad to be true prophet with a logical argument, with the tangible proofs, then the logic dictates we should believe what he came with. Why? Because we know the Most High will not choose a liar to convey his message. Make sense? All right. Now, Prophet Muhammad, it was known to be a truthful and honest person amongst his nations. Even there is historians, non-Muslims. I don't want to speak to you. Yeah, I don't want to speak to you. Yeah, okay. There's historians from the non-Muslims that mention about Prophet Muhammad that this man, if he would be called, he would be called the savior of humanity. Okay? He was known to be trustworthy. I don't want to speak to you. I spoke to you many times. You can watch the video. I'm speaking to this guy. You know, that's Christianity to show respect.
Speaker's corner. There
Anyway.
is nothing wrong to ask questions.
Okay.
What is your references
Okay,
corner?
I don't want to speak to you. That's it. You know, I can't. Anyway, okay, Christian's gonna listen. Anyway, the point here is he is known to be trustworthy, honest, and truthful person. Okay. Secondly, the prophecies that he came with. What is the prophecies? Prophet Muhammad said. Bear in mind, he lived where? 1,400 years ago. Leave her. She's known. Brother can later watch the video. Yeah, alhamdulillah, you've seen. Alhamdulillah. You know, خلاص. As Prophet Muhammad said, الخبر ليس كالمعاينة. Information, not like when you see it. Alhamdulillah. So the point here, Prophet Muhammad said, it will come a time when a person will make up a lie. By the morning, his lies will reach far east, far west. This narration, Sahih Bukhari, one of the most authentic book after the Quran, yeah? What we have to understand, bro, Prophet Muhammad said that in a time, in order for you or I to travel from London to Cardiff, will take me 3 days. Took 3 days. And now, let alone for your lie to spread far east, far west, okay? Now, what you do, make up a lie, put it in Instagram, Snapchat. You okay?
I'm just listening.
Oh, okay, thank you. Snapchat, you can take one. If you want. Yeah.
Are you Muslim, yeah?
Yeah. Okay. So you can make up a lie, and your lie by the morning will reach far east, far west. The question we ask ourselves: how men that lived 1,400 years ago knew about something, not randomly, detailed, specific?
Like what? Like the fact when Muhammad said the sun
no.
sets where the...
Excuse me, can you respect? You came as a respectful person. Now you're swearing. So it's,
Speaker's corner, exactly.
okay, speaker's corner. So you're happy for swearing? You're happy for swearing?
People can join.
Ask civil.
What about
I'm
the
speaking
fact-
to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about the
Is
fact-
that a human being or not? Is he a human being?
What I'm speaking is
No, I'm.
I can hear you afterwards, but I just want to
Yeah,
have
speaking to him.
the conversation. Just have the conversation.
You are wrong. You are wrong.
Anyway, the point here is that how men lived 1,400 years ago. Yeah, but you come in and you're just disturbing us. I know you have a lot of questions. I have no problem to answer every question you're going to ask, as long as you be respectful. All right?
Your freedom is finished when the other guy.
We're not using spoon. We're not using the fork. We're not using the sword. We're not using nothing.
You are.
Woman, man, accepting Islam in Britain. In Britain, your wife can call police and they'll put you in prison so quick. Let alone you forcing someone else to become Muslim. But why they accepted Islam? Because they noticed that the true freedom and Islam goes in line with the natural inclination and the sound reasoning. You know? So again, how man that lived 1,400 years ago, prophesizing that, and he's put in a condition. He said even if the Islamic haters dislike it, that this religion will overpower the other religions. You know? Another one, the
What
Quran.
about slavery?
The Quran. The Quran.
What about slavery?
I'll talk about this one, I will come. Women, we love women. That's why we get married to 4. You know? Alhamdulillah, we love them. If we hate women, what are we going to marry to 4?
Can you talk about how Muhammad called Ethiopians raising heads?
Okay.
Can you talk about how Muhammad called
She should just watch our
raising
videos
heads?
because you already
Yeah.
just saw that, to be honest. They're having a conversation, a little bit of manners, isn't it?
It's a speaker's corner.
Okay.
Yeah, does that mean you're monkey? No. They're having a conversation, allow them to have a conversation. You lost your brain because
He's
you're
lying. He's listening.
Okay, let's talk about that. Come on, man. Why do we have to conversate this? Uncivilized people lie.
Okay, come.
Run away! Run away from the woman!
Exactly.
Run away from the woman's
جاي وراك والله. I'm not interested, man. Just block it. Okay, just leave the brother to have conversation. So before we go, it's a good question. The brother asked about why we're allowed to have 4 wives. Before we come to that, the point here that if it makes sense to you, So what is the two pillars of Islam? Which is the Shahadatan, the foundation of Islam. What is it? The first one, that I bear witness, there is no one worthy of worship except Allah. Okay? And I bear witness Muhammad, the messenger of Allah. I'm going to explain these two logically. You know, I always mention example, brother. I think you heard me online, I mentioned it. That if I give you £2 million as a gift, what would you say to me at least? Thank you, bro. £2 million. You know what I'm saying? You're going to buy a nice house, nice car, big money. And now I will give you £2 million. And before that, of course, you're going to remember me all the time. £2 million. Now, if I give you £2 million on a condition, I will give you £2 million on a condition, give me your 2 eyes. Would you do that? No, go. Why? Because your eyes is more valuable than £2 million. So why we are not grateful to the one who gave us our eyes for free? You see what I'm saying? Now, brother, if you are in a house and there is a fire, you are surrounded by a fire, you are about to die. For a fact, you're about to die. So what I do, I come and save your life. So what would you say? What would you say? Okay, I will talk about it. Okay, I will talk about it. Just calm down. I will come and save your life. You're about to die, bro. There was like about to finish. What would you say to me? Thank you. You're gonna remember me. I saved your life, bro. You're gonna be very grateful to me. You're gonna remember Shamsi all the time for saving your life. Now, what about the one who gave us a life for free? Why we are not grateful to him? Why we are not thankful to him? That is the first part. We should worship him. That's what Allah said in the Quran. وَإِن تُعُدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا. If you try to count Allah's blessings on you, you will never be able to do so.
What about Surah 929? Surah 929.
First was asking about slavery, now this, now that. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's been brainwashed, and he comes here to.
You are brainwashing him. You are.
No, I'm a feetwash, not brain.
I thought you had free speech, why is brainwashing him? Come on,
I beg you go back to your
This
surgery.
man, the big man, is
Surah
brainwashed.
929.
Please. So the point here is that's the first pillar. The second pillar, which is what? If you want to buy a gift for your mother, would you buy a gift that you love or your mother love? Your mother love. That's why if you want to worship the Creator, we should worship Him the way He loves, not the way we love. The way He loves is objective. The way we love is subjective. That's why based upon the Creator's wisdom and justice and mercy, He sent the messenger and the prophet to teach us about our purpose of this life. That one day you and I and all of us here, we're going to die. And we'll be inside the graves by ourselves. Allah said in the Quran, لَقَدْ جِئْتُمُونَ فُرَادًا كَمَا خَلَقْنَاكُمْ أَوَّلَ مَرَّةٍ. You have brothers, if you can take her, speak to her, even take her outside, take her or him, I don't know which one. Anyway, the point here that we should be, there's nothing guaranteed in this life, brother. And you are older than me, more wiser than me, you understand? Except death. So we should utilize our time and understand our purpose. And if the truth is clear to us, we should not hesitate to accept the truth. You understand? I was mentioning this about racism. Anyway, what I was going to mention to you, brother, you know, also one of the miracles of the Quran. Quran is a miracle. One of the miracles of the Quran that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran. وَلَقَدْ يَسَّنَّا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ. We have made Quran easy to be memorized. Easy to be memorized. Okay. I don't know. Do you know anyone has a Quran here? Anyway, have you seen the Quran, the holy book of the Muslims? Let me ask a question. Do you know any book? Yeah. Let me show you the size and ask a question to show like practically the question I want to ask.
We care about the conversation.
Okay. This is the English one. But anyway, do you know any book like that? Okay, size of this. It's been memorized by 100 million of people, word for word, letter for letter. You know any book? Except the Quran. This book, why this book, the only book that people memorize it, children, old, women, people who memorize the Quran, some of them don't even speak the Arabic language. Rather, when they speak the Arabic language, they will make mistakes in pronunciation, in the grammar. But when they read the Quran, they read it perfectly. Okay, they read it perfectly. And what Allah said that 1,400 years ago, Allah made this book easy to be memorized. And the way the Quran was passed down to us, generation after generation, word for word, letter for letter.
What about the prophet about that Aisha said the sheep ate? Aisha said the part of the Quran written by a sheep.
That's not true. I answer you, it's not true.
Aisha
it's not true. It's not
it's
true.
in the hadith.
It's not true. Khalas, I answered you now. Can I respect him? Can you respect him? Yeah, khalas. So don't interrupt. So the point here is that if the Jewish people, any Hinduism, Sikhism, Buddhism, you name them, if we decide, say, you know what, let us, all of us, through our scriptures, don't leave nothing written in a written form. Let us throw it in the sea. The only book that will remain with us
Torah.
is the Quran.
Torah.
The Quran, because the Torah, no one memorized it. You know, no one memorized the Torah.
That's his cross.
Okay.
That's his cross. That's his cross.
You talk about, can you respect him or not?
But you lying.
Okay, is it freedom? Can I lie?
No, you can't.
What about my freedom?
Is it speaks
As long as freedom of speech.
contradiction.
As long as you're not gonna brain people.
So you don't believe in freedom of speech?
I do, but not in freedom of lying.
Oh,
And
wait a
listen,
minute.
listen.
So there's no freedom of speech then?
Exactly.
but I'm
It's
not
selective.
gonna-
So you just
Can you just let him talk to the man and talk to him after?
No, I think.
No, let him talk. Have some respect.
Talking about slavery, how Ethiopia, Mohammed called Ethiopians raisin heads.
Who come that to?
Abed. What does it mean? Black and slave. I know too much. I know too much. The tricks won't work.
Okay, if it doesn't work, you can go. It's going to work on us. Just go away, innit?
Alright, go ahead.
Anyway, so what I'm saying, brother, that look, the only book that remains with us is the Quran, and that's why the way Allah preserved the Quran in a perfect way. Likewise, Allah mentioned the Quran that.
Kirat. Exactly. Kirat and love.
Okay. Anyway, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
I think she's interesting.
Anyway, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran that the people of the book, they have changed the scriptures.
No one has
The
changed
people of the book, they
Muhammad
have
swore on
changed
the Torah.
the
Muhammad-
scriptures. Okay.
Muhammad swore on the Torah.
Now, Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, he lived in Mecca 1400 years ago. Mecca was a pure desert. He didn't have the access to many manuscripts.
He was a caravan trader.
To analyze.
He did have that.
To analyze the manuscript of the Nazarenes, the manuscript of the Ammonites, all of these, all of this.
He was a caravan trader.
All of this, yeah. Now the Christian scholars, they will tell you the Bible has been changed
No,
over and
it
over again.
wasn't. Bible
Now,
was not-
how
that's his
Prophet
first
Muhammad,
prophet.
do you respect black man?
Of course.
So why are you interrupting?
I'm interrupting you because you lie.
But I'm speaking to him.
That's his first
You don't
prophet.
respect him.
Kirat.
You don't respect him, that's why.
Aisha, what's
Hold on.
Parts of the Quran were eaten by a sheep. Left, right. Why you But no, you only listen to him. You're not answering at
That's what
all.
you do in a conversation.
You say Bible was changed. Do you believe Bible was changed?
Hold on, he's talking, so I'm listening.
Yeah, it's a monologue. It's not dialogue. It's a monologue.
It's not your business. He's listening, right?
But you make about the wrong decision.
How do you know?
Because he's lying.
How do you know he's
Unless
lying?
I've got arguments that I can
For myself, whether I
It's a
feel
speaker's
he's
corner
lying or not.
afterwards.
I understand
If
that.
someone's lying, I'll step in. If someone is lying, I'll step
And you've interrupted.
If he didn't lie, I'll
I should go outside.
That's my conversation.
We're not going outside, shut the brother. You don't have entertainment. Keep moving.
I do, so I can put him out.
I can talk
But you haven't.
I can talk.
You haven't.
I'm having.
Because you know, she's claiming, you know what you say is a clear contradiction as well, what you're showing her. You know why? Because she's dictating to you what you should say. So she's, you know what I'm saying? Okay, she's gonna follow us again.
Send some of the brothers
Yeah,
here,
please,
innit?
akhi.
Some of the brothers come around this side, man.
Yeah, brothers, come this side, okay, please, ladies. A'udhu billah, man. Anyway, my point here is that I'll finish with this. What I was saying that it's not the Muslims speaking about it now. Even the scholars in Christianity would say, look, there's many Bibles has been changed. That the story about adulterer, when Jesus said, the one who never sinned, let him through the first stone. Christian scholars will tell you, Bart Ehrman, I won't mention their names. One of them is Bart Ehrman is known to tell you this story is not there in the earliest manuscript. My point here is how men that lived 1,400 years ago, he's knew prophecies, the miracles, all of that. How? Because we know it's from the Most High. Understand? So I always ask people, does it make sense? Is it clear to you? Now, if you have any questions, you ask about the 4 wives.
Oh yeah, I do.
Okay, the 4 wives. Now, look, there's 2 ways to respond to that. There's general response and detailed response. The general response will be, okay, as a Muslim, I believe God is the Most High, the all-knowing, the most wise, the one who created this creation. He knows about his creation better than anyone else. So he gave us that we will come hard, paralyzed, okay? Now, let us speak historically. Historically known amongst nations, amongst, you know, this now us looking as having more than one wife as a problem. This started by the Europeans when they invade our countries. If you look to back in Africa, before the Europeans come to our countries, it was our custom to marry more than one wife. Not just in Africa, even in the time of the Romans. Many nations, many civilization was known. That's from the human nature. Because God created with that. Likewise, women, man are known to die in the war. So there's more women than a man, you know? Like in America, if every man get married to every woman, thousands of women will be left out. We Muslims, you are here to show them love. You know, we got married to more, alhamdulillah. But America, they have no solution for them, you understand? So that's one of the reasons. Of course, the absolute wisdom is belongs to Allah. But we say, we establish that Allah is the most high, the most wise. Like for example, I don't believe Islam is the truth because Islam allows me with the condition to be just to marry 4 wives. So therefore Islam is the truth. No, I believe Islam is the truth because as I mentioned, God gave us the faculties, the tools to determine what is the truth, what is the falsehood. When you look at Islamic teaching, the foundation, it goes in line with our natural inclination and our sound reasoning. Islam worship one God. Who is this God? Let us hear what Allah said about himself. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. Allah is the only one. Allahu Samad, Master, self-sufficient. لَمْ يَلِدْ وَلَمْ يُولَدْ. He begat not, neither was he begotten. And everyone's in need of him, he's not in need of no one. And there is nothing lacked unto him. That's the God I worship. I don't worship God to become baby, someone changes nappy. No, I don't worship that. I'm not trying to disrespect, but that's what they believe. Or I worship a God become an elephant. No, I don't. No. I believe God, when I look to God's description of the Quran, is a God that is a perfect God. Like for example, another description of Allah, Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum. Allah is the one the one that no one has a right to be worshipped except Him. Okay, except Him. All right, and He's al-hayy al-qayyum, the ever living, and everyone is in need of Him. You know what I'm saying? Likewise, what the Prophet Muhammad came to teach. I want to show you this. Yeah, what Islam based upon. Islam came to preserve 5 necessities. First one, religion. Islam came to teach the people, look, God created you. God provides for you. God provides for your parents. God provides everything for you. So you should be grateful to Him. You should be thankful to Him. God tell you, look, stay away from worshiping any idols, worshiping anything beside your Creator. So protect you from worshiping any idols. That's the first one. Protect the religion. Secondly, Islam came to protect life. That's why in Islam, if someone kills someone, we don't put him in a holiday inn, hotel.
About apostates?
You know, we don't put him in a hotel. So Islam,
what about apostates or Christians in the Middle East?
Okay. Right. What about the Iraqis that died? You care about
By
it?
who?
Huh? By the British and American. Look, silence. If I make mistakes, everyone. Many people died in Iraq. Mistakes. Yeah. The point here is life. Anyway, life. Yeah. Islam, life is sacred. Muslim or non-Muslims, you're not allowed to kill anyone unjustly. Let me just speak. Life is sacred. Anyone that kills another person unjustly, then Islam there's severe punishment. Thirdly, state of mind. Islam came to preserve intellect. That's why Islam, anything that harms the intellect is forbidden. Alcohol is forbidden. Drugs is forbidden. Why? Because the intellect is what?
And still respect.
I'm gonna start fight this guy. You know, so Islam came to preserve state of mind, intellect. Anything that harms the intellect.
Talk about Khaybar. Talk about what happened in Khaybar.
What's Khaybar? What's Khaybar?
I don't know where's Khaybar. Anyway, so Islam came to preserve intellect. Now wealth. Islam preserve wealth. That's why Islam is not allowed to utilize your wealth in a haram way, meaning gambling.
That's why they're looking
How
for
many people died because of gambling? How many people left their house, they lost their houses, they lost their wealth because of gambling? You know what I'm saying? So now, dignity. In Islam, dignity is sacred. What does it mean, dignity? You're not allowed to go around accuse someone of being thief or robber without clear-cut proofs. Likewise, in Islam, if you accuse a woman to be a fornicator or a man, for example, you see a woman says, you know this woman, she's a fornicator. That's her honor. No, brother. That's her honor. So in Islam, you have to be full witnesses. Why? They saw the same thing. Because the honor of the people is very important. So Islam came to preserve 5 things, which in the West, because we're not preserving them, is causing destruction in the universe, in the West. You see how clear? You see what I'm saying, brother? Do you have any question for me? Ask any question.
Don't do takia. Takia is wrong.
Can I have water, brothers? You have any water? Any water, brothers?
I'm gonna get you one.
Do you want water?
No, I'm good.
How do you know? How do you know? I do know. Have you looked at Hadith in Surah and Quran? Have you?
Yeah, I want you to explain the reason, because you mentioned it about the wives and so forth.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to
How many women right?
what is it that clarifies why you can have it? You're saying it's in the Quran. And so
Quran,
but what justifies you having that? I mean, what's the case?
For example, because a man, he has desires. You know what I'm saying? And as I mentioned, historically, from human nature, man wants more than one woman. Okay? Not everyone, but I'm talking. Islam came to not for individual person, as a holistic. Okay? For example, Islam tells man stronger than woman. Generally speaking, even sometimes you find some women here and there, but the law doesn't apply to just for one person, applies as a whole. You know? So the point here is, generally speaking, we know man wants more than one woman. That's why now look, you can even in the Western world, how many stories of men cheating on their wives? Because naturally they want more than one woman. Even in the Western world, when a man has more than one woman, they look up to him. When a woman has more than man, they look down on her. You see what I'm saying? Respectful. So Islam comes, okay, Allah created you, and Allah knows that you have desires and you want more than one woman. Okay. However, don't use a woman as a game. You have as girlfriends, 10 of them. No, Allah give you a law, have 4, but if you cannot be just with them and you can control your desires, then have one wife. You see what I'm saying? So because of the man, known historically speaking, based upon the man nature, man wants more than one wife, you know? So Islam comes and says, okay, you're allowed to do
So
that.
if a woman can't accept that, if say for instance,
Again, I'm a woman.
but your wife of now doesn't accept that.
Don't say that from me. Don't say brother. Put me in trouble with that. She's going to change her mind. I'm joking. Yeah. So Muslims speak about it. Now imagine I'm going to get married to a sister now. Okay? I'm going to marry a sister. So she said, look, marry me, but on the condition you have no wife other than me. If I sign the paper, I have to accept it. Yeah, that's her right. You see, so because it's her right, the school has mentioned, you have to abide by it.
You can't go against that.
No, you can't. Because what Allah says in the Quran, أوفوا بالعهود, fulfill the contract. Yeah, but now the problem is, the all Muslim women are going to say, ask for cheating skinny. You're ready for your job. You have to cut off. Yeah. So Allah, look, what Allah show us here, Islam is a religion of is a real religion, deals with the real issues. Because everyone says, you know, why you want to have one woman, or why you have to go to war. That's in a theory, but let us be realistic with ourselves. How men think, how men feel. Allah created that feeling. That's what Allah said, okay, you have that feeling, God gave it to you. Generally speaking, not every person maybe, okay? However, there's a right you have to fulfill before having more than one wife, okay? That's alhamdulillah. You know, but what I said to you, the principle and the foundation, is it clear to you?
Yes,
Does it make sense to you?
it makes sense. It's something that I am actually looking more into. Hence why I've got the books and so
Okay,
forth, whatever.
so what I will ask you, brother, look, I'll ask you this question as a big man, respectful man. What is stopping you to accept the truth if it's clear to you?
So researching.
Researching, okay. That's good to research without any doubt. But there's difference between the foundation. That's why what I do, brother. When I speak to non-Muslims, I always explain the foundation. What do I mean by that? For example, now, if I establish brother here as a doctor, may Allah forbid, imagine you have a disease, and he's an expert, okay? He knows about your disease. Now, you're gonna accept his advice, correct? Even though you don't know his shoe size, even though you don't know how many wives he has, even though you don't know how much money he gets. But because why? The foundation is clear. That's why in Islam, if the foundation is clear, then it makes sense. If the foundation is clear, I accept it. Because if whatever you're going to learn after is called the branches. Because the foundation of Islam, what is it? The 5 pillars. Firstly, worship God sincerely, according to His will. That's why as a Muslim I believe if I was alive at the time of Jesus, if I want to worship God correctly, it's by following Jesus' teaching. Because He was the way to God. Before Jesus was Moses. Now if I want to worship God correctly, I have to follow Moses' teaching. Now the last prophet is Muhammad. To worship God correctly according to His will, I have to follow the teaching of God. That's the first pillar of Islam. Second pillar is a prayer.
The teachings of the Prophet is that more explains in the Hadith.
Say again?
Is the Hadith explain more what Prophet Muhammad?
Yeah, Prophet Muhammad teaching the explanation of Islam more in Hadith. Okay. The Quran, for example, the Quran says pray, but it doesn't go in detail. But Prophet Muhammad explains it in detail. Because Allah said in the Quran, "Oh, who you believe, obey Allah." You are alive now. How can you obey Allah? Allah doesn't speak to me. Me in the Quran. Okay? Obey the messenger. The messenger is not alive. How can I obey him? By following his teaching. Yeah. So the hadith explains more. So for example, the prayer. The second pillar. The third pillar, charity. And the prayer, let's talk about the prayer. Prayer is beneficial for human being, physically and spiritually. You know? When you just washing your hand, making ablution, the wudu, washing yourself and praying to your creator. When you make prostration, you feel the burden being dropped from your back. It's beneficial for yourself, okay? So likewise, charity. How many of us are complaining about poverty? But the solution is in Islam. If every rich man gives 2.5 from their wealth to the poor people, then we'll be having no problem. So the solution is in Islam. Likewise, what? Fasting. Fasting is known. It's good for you physically. Even spiritually, it's good for you. You know. Even now, there was a study that was done by one of the British doctors. They're saying that it's highly recommended to fast even 2 days a week. But now, Prophet Muhammad said that, but they never specified, of course. They said just 2 days a week. Prophet Muhammad said, fast Monday and Thursday. You see what I'm saying? So when you look to teaching of Islam, Hajj, you say Hajj is what? Good for you physically, spiritually, okay?
The pilgrimage to Mecca.
Yeah, you know Hajj, pilgrimage to Mecca, yeah, pilgrimage to Mecca. Now the point here, when you look at the 5 pillars of Islam that God has legislated for us, it's not because for His own good, it's for our own good. That's what Allah said, if you worship Allah, it's for your own good. If whole mankind and the jinn, you know the jinn? Jinn is like demon, yeah. The jinn kind come together and is believing Allah, will not harm Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It will not even harm the earth or the heaven. You understand? So whatever Allah legislates for us is good for us, brother. The pillars of Iman, to believe in Allah, to believe in the angels, Gabriel, you know, to believe in the books, that God gave a books to His messengers in order to guide mankind. To believe in all messengers, Moses, Abraham, all of them, okay? You believe in the last day, that when you die, God will bring you back to life to judge you according to action. And you believe everything that takes place by God's permission. This is the foundation of Islam. Okay, and there's Ihsan. Ihsan, what is Ihsan? The third level of Islam, or the third level of religion, to worship God as you see Him. Even though you do not see Him, He surely sees you. This Islam. Islam benefits you in this life and the hereafter. And you know, that's I always mention this, no one guaranteed to live tomorrow. That's why I always advise the brothers, if it's clear to you, makes sense to you, accept the truth. Because when we die, no one will come with us inside the grave. And the grave is a powerful thing. That's why Allah challenged the people. Allah said, قُلْ إِنَّ الْمَوْتَ الَّذِي تَفِرُّونَ مِنْهُ فَإِنَّهُ مُلَاقِيكُمْ ثُمَّ تُرَدُّونَ إِلَى عَالِمِ الْغَيْبِ وَالشَّهَادَةِ فَيُنَبِّئُكُمْ بِمَا كُنْتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ. Allah says, say to the Muhammad, say to those who reject me, who turn away from me, the death that you try to run away from surely will meet you, and you will return to your Lord, and He will inform you of that which you used to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I always mention the example, brother. Imagine you sleep tonight in your own room. While you're sleeping, someone comes and pick you up, and you don't even realize. Takes you to a mountain and puts you inside the cave. When you wake up, how are you gonna feel? You're gonna feel mad, you know. Like, the last thing I remember, I was in my own room in London or Birmingham. Now I'm in the cave. Maybe you lose it. The life, you're on a life. I mean, your life, drop dead, next life. Next life, we haven't seen it. It's going to be completely bad. Allah gave the information about the next life to His Prophet and His messengers. That when a person dies, 3 things follow him to his grave. They go with him to the graveyard. 3 things. His wealth, his children, and his actions, good or bad. 2 things will return. 1 thing will stay with you, is your actions. If it was good, it will be good for you. If it's bad, and the biggest crap against God, when you turn away from Him. That's what I always mention, bro. If it's clear and makes sense, the 2 pillars, then you should accept the truth. You know what I'm saying? Testify the truth, because you know what I'm saying, bro. As I mentioned, you're not guaranteed to live tomorrow. But on the point that if it's clear and it makes sense. That's what I always say. If it's clear, it makes sense, you believe it makes sense, it's the truth, then accept it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Accept it. You know what I'm saying? Those people, I mean, you're a big man, of course, but sometimes you're speaking, people other than that, these people, you will not save me, and I will not save you when you die. They will not save us. That's why we have to make decision before it's too late. That's why this life is like a bridge. No one build a house upon a bridge, correct? Why? Because a bridge, we utilize the bridge to cross from one side to the other side. So this life is like a bridge. We have to utilize it to cross to the next life. And we need something from this life for the next life. You know what I'm saying? So this life, God gave us what? Chance to think. In our time, if we speak about death in our society, they think, you're crazy. But nothing is guaranteed except death. You know what I'm saying, bro? How many of us, we have been neglectful toward our Creator, not being grateful to Him? And if it's a time to be grateful to your Creator. The two testimony, which is clear, you accept I should worship my Creator and be grateful to Him. Prophet Muhammad, let me ask you, do you accept Prophet Muhammad to be a prophet? Based upon the information that you received about the prophecies, the miracle.
I hear all of that.
Yeah.
But that's all I know.
Okay. So you want to investigate more?
Of course.
No problem. If you have any questions, you have more questions?
At the moment, no.
No otherwise, brother.
No
worries, brother.
You've explained it. You've explained it.
He asked the important one first, didn't he?
Let me give you this one. Okay. She was asking questions. She mentioned about slavery in Islam. Okay? I have no problem. First of all, we don't have slavery in Islam. This term we don't use it. Okay? Slavery, this term we don't use it at all. In Islam, there's something called al-riqqa. What is al-riqqa? The word that I choose for it, me personally, because when you use slavery, because what happened to the Africans, you know what I'm saying? People sure think, slavery, cutting off their testicles, oppressing people. No, in Islam, Prophet Muhammad said, Allah is the opponent of anyone that goes around and enslave people. Allah is his opponent. Another narration, Prophet Muhammad said, anyone that goes around and enslave people, his prayer will not be accepted. If the European accepted Islam, they would have gone to Africa. Even I know some Muslims did it as well. Some Arabs did it afterwards. But they were not following Islam. That's why I'm here to defend Islam. I'm not here to defend Algerians or Moroccans or Pakistanis. No, I'm here to defend Islam. Of course, if someone lied against Algerians or Pakistanis, I defend anyone who's been oppressed. But Islam. So some Arab doing crazy stuff doesn't mean Islam teaches that. So Islam teaches us that don't go around. However, in Islam, there's something in a war. In a war, back in those days, in a war, Allah gave to the Muslim leader 4 options. When you have war prisoners, either you take your freedom, if you say believe for Allah's sake, you free them, okay? Prophet Muhammad did that. When he had a war with one village, he freed the people, okay? Another one, you exchange them with the other prisoners. Like, your opponent took prisoners from your side, so you say, you know what? I give you the prisoners, your one, and give my one. Okay. Third one, you ask for money. I'm gonna give you the prisoners back, but give us money. Fourth one, you keep them to serve you. Now, when you keep them to serve you, there is a specific system here. What is the system? You treat them the way you treat yourself, and you clothe them the same cloth you clothe yourself. You clothe them. Okay. And you should not, if you give them a job to do, and if it's hard for them, you should help them. You see, so Islam doesn't teach us to go Africa or any country and enslave people. Islam never came with slavery. You understand? Rather, the slavery that was practiced against the black people in Africa, Islam came against it. You see what I'm saying? Clearly against it. You know what I'm saying? So this woman, because in the Bible, yes, in the Bible, if you're not Israelite, you'll be enslaved. That's in the Bible, not in the Quran. No, that's why there is no verse in the Quran or authentic hadith. It tells us to go enslave people. Rather also, now if you keep it as a servant to serve you, what you have to do as well, Allah gave many channels, many ways to free them. Imagine now I said, okay, Wallah al-Adim, I'm going to visit you tomorrow in Birmingham. Then I don't come. What I have to do? Fast 3 days, okay? Because I swear by Allah. Or I free servants. And Allah mentioned, Prophet Muhammad mentioned, one of the ways that lead you to paradise to free the servant. So how can you compare that to the transatlantic slavery. Rather, is known before, as I mentioned, there was many practice. The Africans had servitude of them. Because why? It was a war. People were having a war. They were, people bringing their family, everyone, in different countries. So her husband got killed. The people run away. What are you going to do with these people? So they take them. We're going to take care of you, serve you. You serve us everything, but with the law. And she was speaking. What was she saying about?
She's gone.
Is she or he? I don't know. It's a woman. I don't know.
That's a hard one. Yeah.
Anyway, like even our time, I mean, Islam. Look, in Islam, even this Islam gives you what clear guideline. Allah created a man and a woman. Because in order for us to procreate, you need a man and a woman. I mean, but, when the people start following their desires, Allah mentioned that in the Quran. When the people follow their desires, then the earth will be corrupted. And you can see that now. Now you don't know who you're speaking to. If he's a man or a woman. Sometimes he's a man, you call him sir, what do you call me sir? I'm offended. You call me.
You assume my gender. That's
yeah,
what
you assume agenda. Sometimes say, what do you know? Human being, I'm elephant, call me elephant. That's when the people turn away from the revelation of God, then they will be drowning in the darkness and evil without any doubt. You know what I'm saying, brother?
So for instance, I mean, you're hitting on like gender and so forth. So someone who's gay, and let's say they say that they believe in God and so forth. What's your take on that?
In Islam, we believe gay doesn't take out for Islam. It's a sin, one of the major sins in Islam, yeah? But doesn't take out for Islam. So a person is gay and a Muslim, you cannot say because you're gay, you're not Muslim, Because what take out for Islam, if you believe, yes, gay is permissible. Because clearly you're going against God's teaching. But if you say, I believe it's not permissible, I'm just following my desires, then you are a sinner in Islam, Yeah, you are a sinner. That's why when I speak to even non-Muslim gay, I don't focus about they is gay, I always focus about God. I said, look, firstly, let's establish there is God, and if there is God, we have to know the one who knows about his creation is God, So God created man and woman and explain to them, then they understand. Because now societies are, and which society is a liberal, secularist society are determined to us how we should live our life. Like now, when you're a child, I have children, okay? You have children as well. Sometimes maybe your son, age of 3, says, I'm a dog. So you say, no, you're a dog. He's a dog. I'm going to take him. Maybe he's a dog. No, he's playing. You're not going to tell him, let me take him to hospital, give him some shots. Because maybe he's a dog. You say, no, he's playing. But now, if he says he's a dog, you have to maybe accept he's a dog. You have to take him to hospital.
The lady earlier said there was some parents, their child started playing with the girls' toys, and because they couldn't get the operation for the child here, they took him to Thailand and they gave him the operation.
Child?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
In Canada, they give you hormone suppressants. I think if as minimum 4 years old or something. It's crazy.
So
they call it like a wrong body, I think.
And that's what Allah mentioned in the Quran. Allah mentioned in the Quran. Allah mentioned in the Quran that Satan said, I will inspire them to change Allah's creation. Allah mentioned in the Quran that Satan will inspire people to change Allah's creation. Like, you look like a man, you go, something goes, And it's one of the sins. This, according to Islam, according to Christianity, according to Judaism, is a sin. But of course, we don't go to, you see gay, you go harm him or something. But as a Muslim, I believe it's a sin, and I believe it's wrong. And the way I explain them, with a logical argument, with the proofs, even scientifically proofs. Like even someone born gay. So when the baby was born, say, hello, you have a baby, is gay. The doctor doesn't say that to you, is it? He's going to say you have a boy or a girl. No. By the time we're living in, Prophet Muhammad prophesied about these times. He said there will be a lot of trials and tribulations. The trials and tribulations will be attacking the believer's heart. It's like a cloud. When it's a cloudy, one after one. And that's what's happening now. All of that, what we see now, Prophet Muhammad spoke about it clearly. Prophet Muhammad says it's going to come a time when a man will be like a woman. And it's going to come a time when a liar will be held as a truthful person. And the truthful person will be held as a liar. That's what's happening now. When Tony Blair and Bush went to Iraq, based upon a clear-cut lies, and they killed how many people? Millions of people. And what this person said is a mistake. Simple, it's just a mistake, sorry. Sorry, we killed million people. They return Iraq back 200 years. You know? They said why? They said what? Because Saddam he has a chemical, biological, destructive weapon. None of that is true. What happened to Tony Blair and Paul and what's his name? Bush. Walking around free. You know? And they will hold them as a truthful people. And now the people that are calling people to worship God and follow God say these people are a madman. I'm a liar. Look at this person. He said, I'm a liar. Why I'm a liar? Prove to me, but just shouting. Because these people, they've been heavily influenced by liberal, you know, and that's why they say Islam about women, about this. They make it seem as women in our countries, we have a cage for them. We have a cage and a key. Come, my wife, go to inside the cage. Yeah, hello, come out. That's how they make it seem. You know how to treat. You can't go. Also about why you cut off the hands. Yeah, cut off the hands. Make it seem our countries, everyone walking with without two hands.
We have one hand.
One hand. Go man, I go Algeria, go Saudi, people are women drive, women, you know what I'm saying? All of that is just a lie, because why? Because they know Islam is the truth, so we have to lie against Islam and put many barriers to prevent the people from accepting the truth. However, there's people like you and other than you that are smart who think, no, let me step back and read and study and think. Let me come to a conclusion by my own self, understand? I'm not going to listen to the media. Media are known to be liars. Look, just COVID-19, they drive us crazy, Akhi. 50,000 died, 20,000. You know what I'm saying, bro? Yeah. Sorry for taking your time, brother.
No.
Thank you very much, man. So, I bless you. I mean, I'm very grateful to you that you give me your time. I really appreciate it, man. No one knows how this man. No, bro. I'll give you some spiritual teaching, give you some physical teaching, brother. How to keep this. I need to make sure I'm healthy. What do you eat, my brother? You have to teach us. You and him, mashallah. Mashallah, Allah Mubarak. It's good to look after yourself. And that's the teaching of Islam. Look after yourself. That's why Islam, when we say worship God, doesn't mean stay inside the mosque 24 hours. No. Looking after yourself, worship. Looking after your mother, that is worship God. You are worshiping God by looking after your family. Looking after the environment is worship. Defending the oppressed one is worship. Stopping the oppressor is worship. All of that comes under worship in Islam. So Islam worship is universal term, meaning that whatever you do to please your Creator comes under worship. Not because I say the most 24 hours. That's not Islam. That's why one of the Muslim Prophet Muhammad disciple, he saw a man inside the mosque 24/7. He said, what do you do? What do you do? He said, do nothing. He said, get out of here, go do something. He said, no, go do something. You know? That's why it's good to go gym. I tell brothers, go gym, you know, take care of yourself. You know, some people, as I've said, 19 years old, he looks like 55 years old. Too much burger, brother. You have to go gym, man, brother. You have to take care of yourself. And that's a teaching of Islam, you know. Teaching like, look after yourself. Even Prophet Muhammad, when he said eat, third for your, what is it again?
Eat what suffices first. No, if you want to,
no,
third for
air, third water,
yeah, the third for air, third for water, and third for food. Ask only for food. Even water has no space. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. How are we not going back to Birmingham? We're not fit.
Whenever we're ready, man.
We're not ready to go eat. Maybe go eat something together after.
No, we ate before we came. Yeah, we ate just before we came back. We came a lot earlier.
Okay, but you're not thinking to leave now, or you?
No,
We're here for a little
Maybe after we go for tea.
Inshallah,
something.
yeah, definitely.
Where's your cars? Is it parked somewhere?
That's part of North London.
Ah,
Yeah, just I'm not paying no congestion.
it's free, brother. Sunday. Clearly not from London.
No.
Today-
They've changed it.
They've changed 7 days.
They changed it now.
Oh, don't say that.
It's finished. 7 days.
He's finished.
Where are parks? They can't even see it.
I know his car, maybe he's not even, they don't even hold it as a car anyway. It's miskin, you know, it's miskin, let it go. It's a motorbike.
You know you're recording, bro. I'm waiting for your friend anyway.
Dodgy car.
Yeah, shut the clothes, man. That's right, North London. Okay, you have to go all the way. Bro,
Take the tube and done.
Yeah,
Cool,
quick.
And it's just outside.
I told him, come and take the tube. But you don't like the tube, man, you like the car.
Yeah, we got to carry all this stuff, innit?
Yeah, that's true, man. So you just changed it 7 days.
Yep.
Oh my God. 7 days, bro. For what? The concession charge.
Congestion, yeah.
Yeah, 7 days. This will be weekend free. 7 to 10.
Yeah, I know.
No, that's what they let's come down.
Even
And
on Sundays now?
research.
No, 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 Sunday, 7 to 10. Yeah, 7 in the morning, 10 o'clock you can go.
Sunday morning.
as well now.
Monday to Sunday.
Monday to Sunday. I'm always late anyway, so alhamdulillah, we miss it.
Oh, why? Sunday specific time?
Yeah, he's saying it's specific time.
What time?
Who works for Uber? The Uber brothers will know about it.
Brother, you're going to pay a fine by yourself. That's what we know. Forget about Uber or not Uber. Alhamdulillah.
7 to 10, Monday to Sunday, and it's from 12 pounds to 15 pounds. So every day 7 to 10.
7 to 10 in the night or 7 in the morning?
7 a.m. to 22.
To 10 p.m. 7 to 10 p.m.
But you know what?
So you're paying, man.
You're paying, bro.
There's no way out.
But you can take a picture of your card. It's not a card, this one.
Listen, shut up. Look what happened last time, man.
I'm going to jump on a train, man. Alright, brother, I'll see you soon, inshallah.
Yes.
It's my pleasure talking to you. Bro, take how old are you?
21.
21, bro. I thought he was 21. Yes. Okay, so,